Bitdefender Total Security is not their most affordable plan for home use, yet it is still one of the most popular plans on the market. Why is that so? Well, to answer that, I am here with a thorough and facts-only Bitdefender review. So by the end of the video, you will know whether the Total Security plan deserves its hype and is worth getting. Over the years, Bitdefender has built a great reputation. It continuously gains excellent results at independent lab tests. It even got the AV Comparative's Product of the Year, ranking 4 times in total, which is more than any other antivirus. Awards aside, let's take a look at the most recent Bitdefender malware detection rates from the experts. Now, according to AV Test, Bitdefender blocked 100% of threats during the testing period of May through June 2023. This included both 0-day and 4-week-old malware. It also scored the highest rating of 5.5 points out of 6 in usability and 6 points in performance. Bitdefender as a company has a stellar reputation, so if after this video it still sounds right for you, I've got an exclusive discount for all their plans right here in the description. Alright, but what is so special about the Bitdefender Total Security plan? Well, first of all, it's their only plan for home users that covers all operating systems. So if you need to protect not only your desktop, but your mobile device as well, it's the choice to go for. Besides, it also supports up to 5 devices with 1 subscription. Strangely, the other 2 paid Bitdefender plans do not support different operating systems. Now, Total Security plan has all of the Bitdefender features available, but more on that later. Alright, anything else? Well, there is this advanced threat defense feature, which acts as a real-time protection tool. As long as you keep this on, you won't need to run full scans all that often. There's also a vulnerability scan. It checks for weak passwords and outdated applications or drives and works as any other reminder to get your operating system updated. Then there's a ransomware remediation tool, which I use to create backups of my most important files. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be needed, but it's still nice to have just in case someone decides to check the capabilities of Bitdefender versus ransomware attacks. And talking more about attacks, online shopping is a window for cybercriminals to scam people. For this reason, Bitdefender implemented SafePay, a secure web browser. It protects me when making online purchases. It's designed for banking and online shopping sites, but it can open any website, in addition to creating a sandbox that acts separately from my other installed web browsers. SafePay also offers some quality of life features, like integration with Bitdefender's password manager, bookmarks, and tab view. It assures I am visiting genuine websites which won't steal my credit card or other information. Now, looking at extra security features, I have to mention their privacy firewall too. It protects my device from unauthorized access, and it does this by blocking inbound and outbound connections, both on local networks and on the internet. The firewall uses a set of rules to determine which connections to allow and which to block. These rules are automatically created for known legitimate applications. Moreover, I can manually create rules for applications that I trust. This feature can be used to protect your computer from a variety of threats, including hackers, malware, and data snoops. Another extra feature is their parental control. It supports all the platforms. However, I needed to download a separate app for the devices I wanted to monitor. To be honest, I had mixed experiences using this feature. Blocking websites worked like a charm. The pages I blocked were inaccessible until I gave the permission manually. Tracking device location was successful as well. I like that it uses the GPS location instead of an IP address that can be easily spoofed with a VPN. However, I had problems uninstalling the app on my Mac. I found that it's only possible to do it by using Bitdefender's uninstaller app. Still, that's not a huge issue, and overall Bitdefender's parental control left a positive impression. Alright, now an antivirus provider having a VPN too does not surprise anyone anymore. However, Bitdefender stands out here as it offers a VPN as part of the app. This is great not only because it's more convenient, but also because usually other providers charge extra for a VPN or have it only with their most expensive package. Moreover, it's one of the best VPNs that antivirus providers can offer. It has the VPN industry standard encryption and a good amount of servers all around the globe, and all other core VPN features such as the kill switch, auto connect, and split tunneling. Besides, it works well with streaming, giving access to some of the most popular streaming services. Now, I already touched a little bit on Bitdefender's real-time protection, but I haven't mentioned why it's so effective. The reason for that is that it has a global protective network which monitors more than 500 million machines to note new malware models. That's how this feature can ensure that you're protected against very recently or poorly documented threats and phishing attacks. This alone should allow Bitdefender to be considered the best antivirus for PC. Now, to see how reliable Bitdefender versus malware is, I've tested it myself. As per usual, I've downloaded 10 malware files and unzipped them. The full scan did its job and found all 10 threats. To be honest, that's impressive. What I also liked was that the CPU usage during the full scan was usually below 50%. That's better than most antivirus providers I've recently tested. It's not secret that many antivirus software can disturb your device's performance. It's not unusual for users to turn off their antivirus when that happens. That, of course, leaves their devices unprotected. To avoid that, Bitdefender has Profile System with preset settings that adapt to conditions you're in to optimize your computer performance. There are several modes. For example, the Work Profile limits background scans to minimize the impact on the system, while the Movie Profile postpones any notifications or alerts. So yeah, Bitdefender is a really packed and one of the best antivirus when it comes to features. However, is Bitdefender Total Security the best on the market? So the first question is, what should you choose in the Bitdefender Premium versus free debacle? Well, first off, it's nice that there is a free option, but as an antivirus, it's very basic. Most of the extra security features such as ransomware protection, VPN, or privacy firewall are missing. It's more fit to try out the service and get a feel for it. Besides, it doesn't have iPhone support. What about pricing compared to its competition? It is actually cheaper than most of the premium antivirus on the market. If we compare Bitdefender versus Kaspersky or Norton, for example, it's the cheapest out of the three. Now, Windows users can enjoy the Antivirus Plus and Bitdefender Internet Security plans, which have more to offer than the free plan. But they too are missing a couple of essential features like performance optimization. Moreover, it has a very limited device use. So, it's no surprise that usually people go straight for the Bitdefender Total Security plan, and in my opinion, it's still a very affordable option, especially if you use our discount. Overall, it's a great value as I can protect 5 of my devices, mobiles included. Besides, alongside well-functioning features, Bitdefender brings perfect testing scores and impeccable performance. Navigation and ease of use shouldn't be a reason to dislike it. I have the Bitdefender for Windows app right here. The installation wasn't quick, but it wasn't complicated either. The app is easy to navigate, and all of the main sections are well categorized. The default suite groups feature in 3 categories: protection, privacy, and utilities. There's also a dashboard that provides quick actions and displays my status, settings, and notifications tab. There is no extra separate feature pop-ups and everything is easy to find. But to be honest, I wouldn't recommend Bitdefender strictly for iPhone use. The iPhone version can scan for vulnerabilities, but besides that, it only has a data breach checker, browsing protection, and a limited VPN. On the bright side, their Android app has all the core features. So overall, Bitdefender Antivirus offers a streamlined experience, which is great for experienced users and beginners alike. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all this cybersecurity. Alright, to close this Bitdefender Total Security review, I can say that this provider is definitely a contender for the best antivirus 2023. Besides having all the main core features of an antivirus, it also provides extra ones, like a VPN or a password manager, and remains to be quite lightweight. Overall, it's a reliable provider no matter which plan you choose, but I can see why their Total Security plan is so popular. It brings security to all of your devices for an affordable price. In addition, it has plenty of advanced security features and great parental control. Thanks for watching this Bitdefender Total Security review, and see you in the next video.